Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How is everyone doing? Okay. So before we start, we will be joined. It's not just the two of us, though, if it was fine. We will be joined by Sky, but she's running a little late. She got caught in traffic, so she's just gonna hop in when she gets here. And we're gonna have a good time. So it's the last Monday of the month, which usually, though last month was not a shining example of this because we were on vacation. But usually the last Monday of the month, we do this fun little live stream where we talk about everything. Well, not everything. Okay. We talk about things that we find interesting and we'll probably be looking at coming up in December. And some things, I will admit, there's a few things coming up in December that, while I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm interested in them, some of them are so ludicrous that I'm like,
it's true. It's
okay. Okay. And then some of them are so vague. Like there's a few on here that listen, your girl tried to find descriptions of plots of these shows, and the descriptions that I managed to find were the vaguest, least helpful.
Some of them were just it was like a drama about two people who do things, and you're like, okay, great.
You're like, wow, that sounds like a real banger. But I might need a little bit more. But yeah, so we've got like a selection. So the last time we did this back in October, because we did it right before October, and then we took October off, so we didn't have one for November. You get it how this works.
We get how that works.
It was too much. Okay. There was an insane amount of things.
Yeah.
That we've pared it down. So we're not here for like 9 hours going over every possible thing. We've really pared it down to a real selection of stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna, get into it. We want to know, like, if there's stuff that you see on here, people watching, and you're like, ooh, that looks interesting, please let us know in the comments. We would love to chat with y'all about stuff going down. So, all right. Let's start. I'm just gonna just do a little few technical things over here for myself so I can see better. I'm on two screens, but I always feel like I'm like ignoring people by not staring directly in the camera, but know that I am paying attention because my big screen is not where the camera is. So you know how technology. All right, so we're starting off pretty strong on the first. Now, with the Korean gay drama, Oh My Assistant, who's the basic plot. I've actually read the comic. It's spicy, but it's pretty fun. So we're a manhwa artist who draws straight erotic comics. He's not even like a BL comic author. Right. He's just an erotic comic author. Wants to hire a new assistant and hires this guy, and the one thing leads to another. What's interesting about this one was it originally had a different cast, but the actor got into a little bit of some legal trouble that we don't really want to talk about here. So they literally refilmed the whole thing. Like, they were so passionate about this project that they refilmed the whole show.
And given that he's a lead, it
was this was a real river.
It's nice though, because I remember when the news first came out, people assumed that meant that
the show was
gone, right? And so it's nice that they put that effort and time and money into it. So
I agree, and because I can't speak on the popularity of the comic. I read it, but I read a lot of nonsense. So I'm gonna be honest, like it's an adult comic, okay? Like, just keep that in mind. If you're like, I'm gonna go check out this comic, keep in mind that it is spicy one. Okay, some stuff goes down. So apparently this is going to be on Viki. It does feel like one that would be on Viki.
Yeah.
But unlike some of their KBLs that have been rated R in the past and really didn't deserve it, I feel like this one may deserve the R. Might deserve. But let's be honest, it's a Korean BL, so I'm gonna say it'll probably be PG-13 despite the original source material.
Seems likely.
Yeah, this that's just the nature. Are you gonna be checking this one out?
I might. We'll see. I let my Viki subscription slide, so we shall see how available it is.
But listen, you know me. I'm
going to check out everything.
Yeah, I can't.
You can't say no. It's a drama and it's boy love. Like it's
a gay drama based on a comic that I've read and enjoyed.
Yeah.
So twist my rubber arm. All right, moving along. All right, so this is interesting. So every year, this is the 13th season of the end of year drama specials. These are going to be on Kokwa.
They started last week. So first one was last week, but
I think they're all going to be dropped by the first. So that's like from what I don't heard.
Think so. They're each coming once a week. Like there's one per week kind of thing. Like it's like a series of 1.5 hour.
Yeah. So like drama specials that's what drama specials always are, right? They're the
if you look on MDA, there's like 4 that are listed for coming out in December kind of thing. It's maybe more, but like there's a lot of variety.
Drama specials are usually really fun. Like I always enjoy them. Yes, these are the KBS special dramas. So they're usually like a hour to an hour and a half, and there's usually like 5 billion different genres. So like you can find one that you like, and the acting's usually excellent.
Yeah,
like they're usually really well done.
Just one that is like a horror or like a real
like a thriller type thing,
thriller kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
and there's usually like a Seguk. There's usually one Seguk, and it's usually like a romance and the comedy. So they get a little something for everyone. But I usually like the drama specials. So I'll probably
I'm looking forward.
Sorry,
to
I have the
checking
hiccups.
them out. It's been difficult in the past to get them because like Viki didn't always get them. But now that
Kokwa exists, though I think I did see a couple on Viki, but so very exciting. We always have a good time with the drama specials. What's next? What's coming up?
Also, and if you're into drama specials, you should go check out our drama special.
Yes, we did a whole podcast on drama specials and some of our faves. So I don't remember when, but sometime in the past 4 years,
the Wayback Machine.
We did it. You can find it. Okay, so now we go into Depressionville with this drama, Recipe for Farewell, where a man teaches himself to cook because his terminally ill wife with bowel cancer wants to eat food and can't. So
now I'm not sure how accurate this is, but some of the descriptions I read said that they're actually divorced. That they've been divorced for a little bit, but when he discovers that she needs help, he starts cooking for her to like look after her. So like it just adds an extra level of
I'm no like stranger to watching super depressing dramas. Like one of my favorite dramas is Contract Marriage, which, don't let the name fool you, is a very depressing drama. Like I know that usually Contract Marriage are like comedies and fun, not the drama Contract Marriage, but like I don't like, sometimes you just can't watch this sort of stuff. But I'm glad that these sorts of shows are being made.
Absolutely.
But sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be sad anymore, like especially in the winter. Because it's like where I live in Canada, it's so dark and it's so cold, and I just want to watch something that'll make me feel warm and happy, and like or maybe something horror-ish, because I like horror.
Yeah.
Sure. But like, I don't know. It looks good, and like the actors in it are good.
Terminal illness in December, because that's when my mom.
Yeah, died, like it's I don't know, man.
I already got that. I don't need to relive it. So
yeah, but it looks like the cast is excellent.
Good. Yeah,
and I feel like it's something that will be good, and maybe eventually I will watch. But like December. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe in February when I'm already so depressed from the cold and the dark that I just
like I'm, like we're at the point where you're like, well, it can't get any worse, so I might as well just go through the saddest I can be, just the ultimate sadness. Anyway, it looks depressing, but will probably be excellent. Depressing. So
yeah.
I feel like we're getting through these. Oh, we don't do. Get back. Did I go? Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. My clicker finger went a little too crazy there. Okay, so we're in Thailand now for another one coming out on the 1st. I feel like December 1st, popular day.
Yeah.
For new dramas to come out. This one, listen. If anyone listens to our show, they know how I feel about a good contract marriage drama. And this one sounds absolutely ridiculous, and I'm kind of here for it. So basically there's it says she's like a celebrity, but I assume that means actress, like a celebrity of some sort. She discovers that her fiance is cheating on her. Already douche move, my guy. So then she's like, I'm gonna get revenge and cheat on him right back. I feel like
as one does,
a more productive thing would be to just dump his ass, but
right,
you do you, girl. Like, you do you. So then she ends up, according to the synopsis, having a one-night stand with her makeup artist, despite the fact that she thought he was gay the whole time. I think that's a bit of a stereotype about makeup artists, but okay, sure. And then the makeup artist is like, hey, let's have like a contract marriage. I don't know why. I'm assuming they're gonna be caught or something. There's gonna I don't know anything. That's all I know.
That's all it says.
But
and then he proposes a contract marriage and she agrees, and you're like, why?
Why? I feel like there's this. I feel like with this plot, because okay. Let's be honest. It's a Thai rom-com that stars golf. Like, let's expectations baseline here, but I feel like it could go like one of two ways. They're either going to pull like a You Are My Destiny, which is why he's doing this, because she's preggo. That's always a possibility, but I don't think that's the case. The other thing I think is that since she's a celebrity, they're going to get dispatched. And she had a fiance, but no one knew who the fiance was. This is me. This is me coming up with a plot here. No one knew who the fiance was. So he's like, I could be the fiance to stop this scandal from blowing out of proportion. And then romance happens because
of course it does. Because why else did you make a drama?
Like, why would you make a rom-com if the romance wasn't happening? That seems like a ludicrous situation to do. But I don't know where this one will be airing.
I don't. I think it's a GMM 25. So
Lucy, welcome.
Maybe it'll show up.
It's a Channel 3. Channel 3. We never know. We never know where they show up. It could be iQIYI. They pick up some. It could be YouTube. They pick up some. It could be
it could wind up on Netflix. Like, it could happen.
Like these things could be on Viki. Viki's been picking up Thai dramas lately.
And it could just be somewhere out there in the world.
Somewhere in the world,
It seems unlikely that it won't exist anywhere.
Yeah, it'll
on an island somewhere in the middle of the sea.
We'll get into our little rowboats, just go out. Just go have a good time. This does sound like, I agree, Deep D, this does sound like a really fun silly drama. Like, I don't imagine this is going to get too serious. And listen, if it does, my bad. The poster was very misleading. If this turns out to be like Oh, you know what? Okay, they just updated. Literally, yesterday I made this. I just need to point out, yesterday, the description was different when I made this because there's now a new description, and it turns out one of my predictions was correct. I'm going to read the new My Drama list because this may change people's opinion as to whether they're going to watch or not. Was seen as a famous celebrity who was in the process of planning her marriage to her long-term businessman fiance when she discovered that he had been unfaithful. Trying to forget what he did to her, she accidentally ends up having a one-night stand with her makeup artist who she thought was gay. To make matters worse, because of that night, she winds up getting pregnant. So in order to protect her reputation, he offers a contract marriage. My first instinct was correct, everyone.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought I feel like I'd read the pregnancy part, but like it still doesn't 100%, you know what I mean? Like, okay.
So they're going, you are my destiny with this.
Yeah, it's going to be a thing where he's like, oh, we'll be together just for the baby, right? Yeah. Just for the baby.
Yeah, this accidentally. How does one accidentally? This actually might just be like a new take on "You Are My Destiny" because it's like a very similar. Anyway,
and they are doing so many
remakes.
remakes.
Of
different K-dramas and stuff lately, and J-dramas.
But he definitely was not a makeup artist in "You Are My Destiny," so he was the businessman, you know.
Yeah.
But no, there doesn't. This is curious.
It looks cute.
Yeah, it's there's. Don't worry, that we get there's some ludicrous offerings on this list of what's coming up. So, but yeah, how does one accidentally have a one night stand? This is just she tripped and fell on vampires. As one does.
What's it called? Last Boy Scout, and like when Bruce Willis comes home and he's like, what, you just like whoops and slipped into my wife? Like,
yeah, exactly. Lucy, I think the other day I sent her, there was this old MTV like condom ad that MTV had put out that was like a little comic, and I think I sent it to Lucy literally like 2 days ago because of another conversation we were having, where it just shows like there's like a woman leaning over in a car, like with in the car door, like finding something, and then a guy's on roller skates and like loses control of the roller skates, and then like like goes like penis first, and it's like sex is never an accident. Wear a condom. So anyway, I'm curious to see how this goes down. What makes it an accident? I assume drinking makes it an accident.
Yeah.
It's drinking with your makeup artist. Things. One thing, guys. Yeah, we get it. It's a classic trope. Not a huge fan of it, but it exists. It be what it be. Okay. Also from Thailand on the 1st. I'm telling you, all these shows on the 1st getting hog wild. They're really front loading the month. My School President. I actually just watched the trailer for this today, and it looks really cute. So basically, in order to save Music Club from being shut down, the president of the Music Club agrees to be the servant of the school president. The juice of regret. Yeah, that's what they call wine around here. It actually seems a little bit more nuanced from the trailer that like the school president has had a huge crush on this guy from the music club. And then his friend is like, hey, you can like use your, school president authority to like save his club. And then the music club guy's like, I'll do anything if you'll save my club. And he's like, ooh, the temptations. Ooh, it looks really silly. It looks really cute. And
it looks fluffy.
It's a Thai drama. I'm gonna be watching. I do believe this is a GMM TV one, so
I think,
which means YouTube.
It is.
Yeah, it's GMM 25, so maybe YouTube.
They've been having a lot more of the 25s have been on just the GMM TV YouTube channel lately. So,
and this really feels like one that like would be on. Hey Frankie, welcome. This really does feel like one that would be definitely on the YouTube because it's got the vibe of their YouTube offerings.
Very much.
Like most of the time, their YouTube offerings are like stuff like this, and then you'll occasionally get 3 will be free or not me, just thrown in there for like a little spice, you know, little. Yep. We'll give you something a little more consequential, and then we're just like, okay, now we're back to cute teenagers kissing each other. So yeah. Yes, Frankie, join us, Frankie. Join us in our obsessions. Okay, I feel like we're going way too fast because Sky is stuck in traffic and she's still trying to get here.
We're still on the first.
But like there's not as many as there was the last time we did this. Oh, see, now we've already jumped to the 7th. Okay, so this one I literally I read the synopsis while I was, making this PowerPoint, and then immediately called my husband in to be like, honey, you won't believe.
Right.
You won't believe the plot.
When I read it, I was literally like that meme of like,
yeah, I was like, oh, there's another one later in this list, a Thai one that made me go, we sure about this? But anyway, we'll get to that. You'll know which one. So this one's called Unlock My Boss. It's coming December 7th, whereupon a genius CEO is murdered and his spirit isekais itself into a smartphone. So he's haunting a smartphone, which then somehow finds its way into the possession of an unemployed 29-year-old who uses his haunting of the smartphone to make this 29-year-old help him hunt down his own killer. It's not a thriller. It's a comedy. I assume it's a comedy from every sort of imagery that's come up. My drama list
tagged it like comedy, thriller, mystery.
It's all the things.
Something, and I was like, all the things?
All the things. All the things. I'm actually like, listen, okay, I'm not going to pretend like I'm not going to watch this because we know me as a person. I'm going to watch this. But like, listen, they've isekai'd people into everything else.
It's true.
And if you're wondering if you're unfamiliar with isekai, an isekai is the genre of story where like someone is like hit by a truck and then wakes up in a new world as like a new person, or like gets transported as themselves back to the 20 years in the past so they can fix all their mistakes. That's an isekai. It's a classic. There's actually a spoof comic called what is it called? Something Truck-kun. And it's about the guy who drives the magical truck that hits the people and isekais them into new worlds. And he's like, I hate having to murder people, like, with my magical truck, isekai truck. But this one, I
don't know. It'll either be hilarious or
just awful
garbage, right? Like,
but like it has Park Sung-woong in it, and he's really good.
He is. So
it's supposedly gonna be on Viki. This feels
like a Viki kind of show.
It's an ENA one, so that's like a sort of more of just a streaming service type thing that's not available outside of Korea. So Viki usually picks up a lot of their stuff. I read this and was like, really? Okay.
Hey.
You know what, Lucy? Table that feeling of cringe. Trust me when I say, hold back that feeling of cringe, because there's a show coming up whose synopsis is something else. So hold on to that spirit, okay? Just hold it in. What's next? I feel like we gotta like slow down. So chat more with us, people. Okay, this one.
25 minutes.
Okay, this one I'm super excited about. So it's a Korean sci-fi. It's called Connect, and so basically, this dude plays a like immortal humanoid like android dude.
Oh, okay. See, I did not see that in the
Yeah, no, I went deeper because I was like, this is the my drama list synopsis is very vague. So I delved into this. It's based on a comic. So Jung Hae-in plays like an immortal android who is like kidnapped and is in the process of having his like android body parts harvested and escapes, but they get his eye. Okay. And then his eye is transplanted into Go Kyung Pyo, who is a serial killer. Okay. Yeah. And then he can now see their eye is connected. So he can still see out of the eye that is now in the serial killer. Yeah. It looks unhinged. It looks so good. I
don't know. I mean, it doesn't sound like a me drama to begin with, but then like my baby Go Kyung Po and Jung Hae-in, like I love them so much, but like, do I want to watch that? Probably.
So this is going to be on Hulu in America, and it's going to be on Disney Plus in Canada. Because I don't know if anyone in America is aware of this, but Disney Plus is essentially all the stuff on Hulu, except for the live TV. It's on Disney Plus in Canada because we don't have Hulu. I am not sure where it will appear outside of that. I imagine, like all things when they get added to Disney Plus, except for some reason, Bloody Heart, which was put up really quick in Canada, it'll be,
available.
We'll get in the little rowboats. We'll go forth on the waves because it looks wild. It's not a very long drama. It's only going to be 6 episodes. Yes. Look at this. We have a sex bot in the chat.
Oh, excellent.
Yeesh. Oh my God. Okay, 1 second. This is why we need a moderator. I'm telling you. These sex bots. You unbelievable. Okay. This is like a perfect opportunity while I sign in to our what's going on here.
What on earth did we say
that we didn't say anything. A sex bot showed up when I was doing a live stream. Remove on my like personal channel. Pornography reported for pornography and sexually explicit material. There we go. Hopefully girls18.site will populate this chat no more. We should really get a channel moderator.
Yeah.
Ay. But anyway, if anyone's interested, if you want to private dating chat some girls, someone is offering. So, but we do not wish to do this.
They are not a sponsor. So
yeah, they're not sponsoring us. So listen, call us. No, listen, we get enough of these ads when we're in our little rowboats, looking for the content that is unreleased to us, if you know what I mean. Anyway, moving. I'm like really pumped. This is definitely like a Jessie drama, so I know she's been very excited. She's been very excited to watch it.
Yeah.
What's next? Okay, so there's a bunch of season 2s coming out. This is the first of many. So Money Heist Korea season 2 is coming out on Netflix. It's going to begin right where the last one left off. So if you haven't started the last one, there's going to be more.
You've got like a couple, 10 days or so.
No, it's not like it's going to disappear. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix-made show. But
you have like 10 days to get yourself caught up so that you can watch this one.
Yeah, you can watch it as right when it airs. It's a remake of the Spanish show, Money Heist. But like, what I like that they didn't do like a direct thing. They actually set it like in so that it makes sense in terms of Korean culture, because it takes place in sort of like a potential future unified Korea, and there's like the joint economic area. The DMZ is now like a joint economic area, and so that's thieves decide to hatch a plot to take over the mint.
Nice.
Anyway, It's
if you've been looking forward to it, here you go.
It's very exciting. There's more coming. There's more coming. Okay, this one I'm pretty. I know that I'm like the only one on the podcast who's really into Saegooks, and I'm
Sky likes the light ones.
Yeah, she likes the light
fun ones.
But
right? So this might be
this one looks more like a light one. So it's called The Forbidden Marriage. Well, okay, we say this with the statement that we're about to talk about a guy's wife dying. That it still seems like a comedy. In a Saegook, that doesn't make a difference. People die all the time. So after the wife of the king dies, he gets really depressed and refuses to remarry. So in order to try to force him to do so, there's like an edict is placed upon the country that like no women, no single ladies can get married until the king finds a new wife. And people are pissed
not happy
about this, okay? Because he is not interested in finding a new wife. So then there's a woman who's a fake medium. And so she pretends to be possessed by his dead wife to save her life after she gets exposed as a fraudulent medium. Yes. I would like to watch it.
Yeah,
please.
It looks cute.
I don't know. It has so the guy playing the king, I believe, if I'm not, it was the dude from Shooting Stars. The lead from Shooting Stars is the lead in this. And then it was Kim Young-dae is his name. And then Park Joo-hyun is in it as well. She was in Zombie Detective and Extracurricular.
Cool.
Anyway, it looks good.
It sounds fun.
Yeah. It's an NBC, which means it may end up on Kokowa.
I think I've seen like a coming soon poster on Kokowa.
So it looks fun. It's another, they've been really on like a webtoon adaptation kick for a while in Korea. So this is another one that is based on a webtoon. So take that for what you will. Usually they tend to be a bit goofier. And you know me, I like a goofy historical. I also like a really depressing historical. I just like, you can't pin me down. I like everything. I'm impossible to like, I have such low standards for my entertainment that it's almost ludicrous. Okay. Okay, we got another season 2. So Work Later, Drink Now. Great title, really. Season 2. So it's a continuation of the previous season following 3 single women and their one male friend who all enjoy hanging out and drinking.
Sure. And I believe the subs for the first one were on demand Korea. So I assume this one will show up there as well.
Because this is another one that's
I keep meaning to watch it and I haven't yet. So maybe this is
it's like another one that's done by like a streaming service that we don't really have access to. This was TVN. It's a TVN, which TVN,
shows up where it shows up.
It does what it wants, okay? It's just like, maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. That's none of my business. I don't really care.
I don't know how they don't have like a deal with Netflix, because practically every TVN drama feels like a Netflix drama. Like it would work there. So just help us out, Netflix. In some locations, not in Canada, it's apparently, the first season's apparently available on Prime. On Amazon Prime. Not in Canada though, so it doesn't really help me personally. And it is on TVing, but also that doesn't help me here in Canada by any stretch. But there's life finds a way. So
life finds a way. All right. Okay, we got another
Life Finds a Way.
That was a really unintentionally good segue because I do not remember what order these are in. Season 2 of Alchemy of Souls drops on December 10th. This one will be easy to watch because it's on Netflix. So So it's a continuation of the body switching fantasy. And if you haven't seen it, slight spoiler coming up in the actual description of the plot. So sorry. It is what it is, which takes place 3 years from the events of the first season, where Jang-uk has become a hunter of soul shifters when a young woman beseeches him for aid from her abusive family. Ooh, but who is this young woman? Ooh, mystery. It looks good. Like Alchemy of Souls, top tier. Top tier.
I like that it is seemingly a completely different. Like, obviously, it's going to be connected, but when you're setting it 3 years later and everything, like, it makes sense that it's a second part. It's a part 2 because it's actually a part 2. It's not just we're picking up last week, you know?
Yeah, especially well, I think that they sort of had to do that since she couldn't come back, so the main actress was not signed on for another season.
Although that may have always been their intention.
That's true. That's true. We don't know. We don't know what happens behind the scenes. I definitely will be watching because Alchemy of Souls, top tier. So good. So good. If you haven't watched it, you should. It's on Netflix. It's fantasy. I know it looks like a Seiguk. It is not a Seiguk. It is a very much just straight fantasy. Like no historical basis whatsoever besides some of the costuming.
Georgia, but like Korea.
Yeah.
Like
it's
a total fantasy world with fantasy everything.
It is. It be what it be. It's great. You should watch it. Netflix. It's good times. Excellent acting. Just chef's kiss. Okay, next. Okay, we got another one that listen, I love a Taiwanese drama, but y'all are testing me with these plots.
Yeah.
Okay. So a new teacher finds herself the target of the classroom bully, but then they begin to have an affair. Fuck this. I'm so done.
I thought maybe from the poster and the ages, I thought maybe it was going to be college, but then they show me a picture like this, and that looked like a high school uniform.
That's a high school uniform.
Like that in college.
I really like the actor though, and I'm just like, stop it. I need people to stop writing
and,
teacher-student romances because it's
no, just don't.
Yeah, what could go wrong? Everything. What could go right? Nothing.
Yeah.
No. And the worst part, I love Taiwanese dramas so very, very, very much.
And I love a good Noona romance. Like, I love a nice age gap. But a nice age gap. It's not okay to prey on high schoolers just because you're a woman.
That's a child.
Yeah.
Okay, I know the actor's in his mid-20s, so technically no, he's not a child. But in the sense of the story, that is
I mean, even if he was college age, there is something about your teacher, right? Because
you know what? Like, listen, I would.
At least they're an adult, you know?
Yeah, Taiwan is on thin ice. See, I can't justify myself on that, like, even if it's in college, because one of my favorite Taiwanese dramas is History, Right or Wrong, which is about a professor and a student. And the student's also his nanny. Like,
my biggest problem with History, Right or Wrong is that when the mom finds out, she's
so homophobic about it.
Well, no, but she doesn't say, like, okay, all I'm saying is wait until the end of the season.
Oh, his mom. Yeah, that is weird.
Anymore, right? She says wait till his birthday, and I'm like, no, he doesn't suddenly become an adult just because the clock changes. Like, but
anyway, I will say this. There was nothing. The reason why I give Right or Wrong a pass, okay? There's a reason why I give it a pass, and it's because there's nothing creepy or predatory that happens. Yeah. It's a very organic, they treat each other like equals. Like, it's not like
there's never a sense that he's getting special treatment in class or that it's getting, anything. So
I'm unfamiliar with Goku-sen, but probably.
I mean, it's the plan. It's the plot of so many things. Like,
I need it to not.
I started a C-drama age gap recently, and I was out in the first 5 minutes because even though it all takes place in college, they felt the need to show you that she met him when he was in high school.
Yeah, fuck
and
that.
I'm like, no, I don't need a flight.
No, you know what? Okay, listen. You know what one really pissed me off? The K-drama Doctors. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Where it's like he was her homeroom teacher, and then also like rented a room in her house.
Yeah.
And then like later on, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna be real here. I don't think it would matter if like 6 years after I left high school, I met one of my high school teachers. I wouldn't date them. That's creepy.
Yeah.
It's creepy. No. It's creepy. I don't like it. The big yikes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. The big yikes. That always bothered me about Doctors, even though I watched the whole thing, but that still annoyed me. But I was still upset about it. Yeah, like I watched it like this, like all 16 episodes, like I don't like this. But it's like, anyway, so I don't like this sort of like weird, like, oh, you know, but who's there? Anyway, I don't like it. But this isn't even the show I was talking about when I said hold your cringe, Lucy, because there's more coming.
There's more coming.
There's more coming. And we're here. We're here at the one. All right. You thought the last, couple ones were cringe. Okay. So this is a Thai show coming out on December 12th, starring fan favorite New. We love New. So what I sort of was describing this plot as creepy 13 going on 30. So a awkward virgin whose friends all make fun of him because he's got no game, gets isekai'd into the future but he doesn't have any memory of what has happened between when he was an awkward virgin nerd with friends and now being an adult man who's not only not an awkward virgin nerd, but is like a sex expert and gynecologist, which like
I watched.
Really, we're doing this. I watched the
trailer today, and he basically passes out at 17 in a party, and he comes to
at like 30 with inside a woman with a speculum, and now all his old friends hate him, so he has to like try to figure out what happened. But like, why did we have to go gynecologist? Actually, I was discussing this with my husband earlier, and he was like, you know what job I think of when I think of sexy career? Male gynecologist. No. He could have just been a regular doctor, and it wouldn't be this weird.
I always think of, whenever I see a story about like a guy who's a gynecologist and it's a romance, I always think of that Friends episode where Rachel's like hitting on this doctor and he's the OBGYN, and he says to her, well, what do you do for a living? And she says, I'm a waitress at a coffee shop. He says, okay, well, like, do you ever get home and just say, man, if I see another cup of coffee today, I'm just gonna, and she's like, yep, I'm done, bye. Like, he's,
yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't
like this.
Sexy.
I don't like this.
And the trailer has so much masturbation in it.
So much masturbation.
But there's also like so much. There's like a gay couple. There's a lesbian couple. There's a lot.
And we love to see it,
but that's nice.
And like, listen, I got no problems with like a comedic masturbation scene. Like, whatever. Like, it's masturbation. It's not.
Sure. It's just
whatever.
Sort of. If you're wondering what it's like.
Yeah, it's gonna be like comedy. A goofy sex comedy. I just like everything else about it. I'm just like, yeah, sure. But then they're like, he's a gynecologist. I'm like, ooh,
that's too.
I don't like that.
You just crossed it.
A gynecologist and sex god.
Yeah.
Well, like, at least he knows where the clitoris is. I'll see myself out, everyone.
Okay.
All right. It's been good. It's been good. Okay. Next. Oh, this one looks fun. This is a Netflix one. Representation, but also maybe we don't need, representation has gone too far, I think. With this one, I think maybe we're good. We've got enough representation now. Okay, so we have Guarataba, an excellent adventure, which I think should be excellent, but that's not what they said it was. Missed opportunities. So basically there's a lazy egg. He's a lazy egg. We know and love him, and he's been swept up into the adventures with an energetic baby chick and forced to leave the fridge to go on an adventure to look for their chicken mother. It's a live action, which,
amazing.
I do love a good Guaratama, listen, I'm vegan, I don't eat it. But Guaratama, there's something about him that I just I feel in my soul, right? And part of us is all Guaratama. It's the same with Squidward. Every time I watch SpongeBob, I'm I am Squidward, but I'm also SpongeBob, and I'm also Patrick. We are all Guaratama at some point in our lives, aren't we? Right. The lazy egg boy. I think it's ludicrous that this is being made into a live action is my only thing. I'm not against it.
Incredible. To be honest, I just can't believe that they're not dubbing the voice with it feels like Ryan Reynolds should be Guaratama.
So you want to Detective Pikachu this is what we're saying here.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Speaking of, I love Detective Pikachu. I just got to say it. I love that movie. I think it's so good. But anyway,
maybe you'll love this too.
Who knows? I probably will. As I said, my bar on what I'll watch, literally on the ground floor, and started digging. I'll watch anything. So I'll watch this. What of it? I'm gonna watch. It's all good. Okay. Let's see what's next. Okay. This is a real classic setup, and I'm pretty excited for this one. It's a Japanese drama called Amero Paradox, where there's a rival reporter and photographer who work at a dispatchy type situation, and they're thrown together to try to work together to get the scoop on a scandal, right? But they hate each other. But will they by the end? Lucy, that's a better way of singing it. We are the foundations of taste. We sample a wide variety of we get through all the nonsense so we can tell you the good stuff. This looks tasty. I want to eat it. Listen, I love a good rivals to lovers. It doesn't matter gay, straight, bi, lesbian, non-binary, queer, asexual maybe. Lovers of heart, but not of body. I'm here for all of it. I'm just ooh, they're enemies. And then they're going to fall in love. It's the tastiest of love. Right? Very excited. And I love a good Japanese drama.
For sure.
So, oh my God. Sorry. We got, I swear. I know I always look up whenever I hear these bangings. I live on the top floor. I just need to point this out, but it sounds like they live above me. Oh, Diablo's mad. Anyway, this one looks really fun. I'm excited.
There's a lot of boy love. A lot of BLs coming out this month.
They've waited till the end of the year to unleash them all on us. Okay, this is one where it had the least. I went to multiple sources to try to figure out the plot of this drama.
Right.
And and this is the only image. This image of a faceless man sitting barefoot in a chair is the only image that this drama has. And this is the only description. 5 people, some of whom are money hungry, and some of whom don't care about money, are forced into, I made a typo, a life-changing choice. Okay. this wouldn't be an Italia PowerPoint if it wasn't a glaring, embarrassing error in it. But this one's better than me spelling band name wrong and putting the wrong picture. So, but yeah, it's right, Lucy. Like, it's a mystery. Like, I don't know. What's it gonna be? So mystery. So anyway, we'll see. I don't know. Until I get a little bit more about the plot, this might be a for me.
Yeah. I don't know.
And since there's like nothing here, there's nothing more we can't make.
There's nothing we can say about it.
I can't make my pithy little jokes about it.
And creepy, like from the poster, but maybe it's a hilarious comedy.
We don't know. I don't think it is based on this image. I don't think it's a pithy comedy somehow. All right, moving on. Oh, another one that had very.
Okay, but I saw the trailer for this. I saw the teaser trailer on Kokwa, and it looks it says comedy, but the poster doesn't look like a comedy.
No, the poster looks like a real like dramatic
The trailer looks like it's just a whole bunch of cheating.
People it looks like a mellow
and being unhappy. Like, it does not look like. Not funny.
This comment Lucy's talking about King of the Desert, same screenwriter as DP, which leads me to believe it's not going to be a comedy. But yeah, this is basically like 4 people have shitty lives and all start fucking each other, I guess.
That's kind
but they're all married to other people. It has a vibe. Yeah. The cast is excellent though.
Yeah,
but it looks
if you're into that kind of a story.
Yeah, it looks very melodramatic type.
That is not generally my vibe. So I like people to fall in love with people who are available. You know?
As I said, my standards for what I watch are on the floor, so who knows? Maybe I'll end up watching it. Trolley. Okay, this one looks intriguing. The wife of a lawmaker has a secret in her past, a real skeleton in her closet that gets revealed to the public, throwing her marriage and her past into the spotlight. Ooh. What
I am just the most curious about what the name is. Like,
I feel like it's
what
like
the name Trolley has to.
Well, I would say it means sort of like the trolley problem. You know, like the classic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like if there's 5 people tied to a trolley and then there's one person on another track and there's a trolley speeding towards the 5 people. But if you pull a lever, you can move it so he only kills the one person rather than the 5. Do you pull the lever?
Right.
Because like you have no choice. Someone's going to die. So do you just let life take, let the trolley go and kill the 5 people? Or do you choose to kill just one person? So I think it has to do with that. If I were
that's fair.
to guess.
That makes, especially given the poster, like with the 2 tracks on it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I think this might be referring to the classic philosophical ethics problem, the trolley problem. And also, like, if you don't pull the lever, what? Weirdo? Come on.
Well, but then people always throw extra stuff in, like the 1 person is a child and the 5 are all murderers, or like, and you
5 of them are nuns. The 5 are nuns, and the 1 person is a puppy. What do you do? Like, come on, they're all strangers. You know nothing about them. Classic trolley problem. All right, let's see. What's next? What's next? Okay, we got another BL. Listen, they're throwing them all at us like real quick, hard and fast. This one seems weird, and I'm into it. It's sort of like a thriller BL. I love that we're getting these new genres of queer stories. Big fan. Comes out on the 19th. So a gay couple is left for dead by a group of smugglers in the woods, and one of them wakes up several months later, and his boyfriend gone, presumed dead. Don't know. He has no memory of what happened. So years passed, and then he meets a man who looks a lot like his boyfriend who died. And shenanigans ensue. Well, I don't think shenanigans. The word shenanigans makes it seem like it's going to be fun. I don't think fun shenanigans ensue. I think this is like a real, like a, like drama.
Yeah. Could be very interesting.
And I think that the main dude's like a forest ranger.
Yeah, when I was reading the thing, I was like, this basically sounds like it's like it's 1,000 stars or 10,000 stars, but like the
adult
sequel, right? Like what happens after
1,000 stars, but not made by GMMTV.
Yeah. It's like, okay, 1,000 stars, they got together, they're happy, and then they get knocked out and one of them disappears. And, dude winds up back in his house with his parents going, wonder what happened to my forest ranger buddy.
Well, that was weird.
Yeah.
So anyway, the recommendations on my drama list, like, if this sounds interesting, you might like, not me. So I think it's going to be a bit of a darker vibe.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Bit of a darker vibe. Sure. I'll listen, me. I'll watch it. Okay, next season on the 22nd, Alice in Borderlands Season 2 picks up where Season 1 ended, where Ryohei and Yasuhara continue to try to figure out how to escape the deadly game land version of Tokyo that they are trapped in. If you liked Season 1, I bet you'll like Season 2 is the real vibe. I liked Season 1. I thought it was good. Very violent.
People are looking forward to this. So
yeah, like if you're not into violence, this might not be the series for you. The key word in this is deadly game land. Emphasis on the word deadly. Lots of peeps get ganked. So this is my one warning if you've never heard of Alice in Borderland. But yeah, no, that should be fun. It should be fun. Oh. Not much more to say about. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. This is another Japanese drama. It comes out on the 28th. It's called Cannibal. Great name. So a young cop discovers a small town that he's been dispatched to is made up of cannibals. That's all you need. So it's like Hot Fuzz, but with people eating people and not funny.
That's what I thought. It was like, oh, Hot Fuzz, but not funny. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm into it. I'm not okay. No, let me track this back before this gets like clipped out and out of context. Natalia, I like horror shows and I like Japanese horror shows, so this seems perfectly up my alley. I'm not saying I'm into cannibalism. I'm not, but as a horror device, I'm intrigued. Also, the posters are really nice, just from a design and photography perspective. So anyway, but as this is like the real what's a catch-22 is that it is a Japanese drama. So
and we did not find this on the Netflix website. So it's not obviously easy to find.
So
good luck.
So, it could listen, it might show up somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, it might wind up on something like Shudder later.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
So.
Yes. And as Lucy says, it is described as gore in the tags. And if you're unfamiliar with like Japanese gore horror, hold on to your butts. If you have a weak stomach, their practical effects are wild. Okay. They go balls to the wall on this one. So
something to remember, folks, is that almost all of your streaming sites have a tab somewhere where you can request things that you would like to see. So if this is something you would like to see, go tell Netflix to get it.
Tell Netflix. We'd love to watch Cannibal.
Tell the places you think it would show
Just
up.
Keep asking.
Say, hey.
Ask for those Japanese dramas. Like, man, I'd really love these Japanese dramas that we never fucking see anywhere. Angrily typing Japanese dramas. Get some Japanese dramas. It's fine. And finally, if you listen to this podcast, you will know that this show has been haunting our dreams since it was announced. Literally haunting our dreams. It has been delayed and moved, and they have done their best to, like, they promised it would air this year, and technically speaking, December 30th still counts as this year. So finally, Island will be airing. Where will it be airing?
I think it's on Netflix, isn't it?
No. It's a TVing. So
it's on Amazon Prime in the States. So I don't know.
So maybe Amazon Prime in Canada. So if it's not on Amazon Prime in Canada, get that VPN out. It'll be on Amazon Prime, and I'll be in America. The cast, incredible.
Yeah.
Just I am so excited. And if Sky were here, which poor thing is probably still stuck in traffic, she would also be very excited because her baby's in it. Chan Wu's in it. He plays a sexy spirit hunting priest. Who doesn't love a sexy priest?
Our girl.
Yeah, Lida.
We all friend of the podcast. Not really, but like
she's friends in our hearts.
In our hearts.
It's got Kim Nam Gil, who's always a good time. And it's got one of my boys, one of my Junes, baby. I have like this thing. I really love 3 actors who are all named June. So there's Lee Jun, my boy. He's the top one. Then there's Lee Jun Gi, who I'm like, ooh, Lee Jun Gi. And then there's Sung Joon, who's also in it. And That's right. Hey, baby, Sung Joon. I'm very excited. So that's it for dramas. Now, listen. I just want to point out that this comebacks list is very short. And the reason it is because everyone likes to announce like 5 days before they come back this time of year. And so the ones that have already announced are very sparse at the moment that I found, but I may have missed some. I'm but one woman. I'm not perfect. I know. I've been lying to you all.
I completely forgot about music. I did a bunch of. I checked all the dramas and then went la 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 and sat down here and went.
Yeah. So music. I did. Oh, yeah. I listen. I did some stuff. Okay. I did a little Googling, and then of course last night, as soon as I finished the PowerPoint, someone announced that they were coming back. So there's one that's out of order, but whatever. Hey. This happens every time.
Hey, we have been pretty good so far. Yeah. So,
we do our best. So there may be some that are missing. If your faves aren't on here, it's not a personal slight. It's just I made this last night and
so that we can
put it in the chat. So okay, we got a new boy group debuting on the 1st called Zeed. I'm assuming it's pronounced Zeed. Exceed, Zeed, Zed. Who knows?
Maybe they're Canadians.
Yeah, right. Like with you never until I hear them pronounce their own name. Sometimes these group names, they're always a fun adventure in. But one of them has a mullet, so I'm already there. Look at him, little blonde mullet, looking all happy with this little 2-tone jacket. So that's really fun. Soloist Jang Dong-won has a album coming out on the 1st as well. So pretty excited. You know what? I just want to take us back to Zeed for a second, or Zed, or Exceed. There was like a group that was supposed to debut that we decided we were going to follow, and they never debuted. So this could be a good replacement because they have a debut date. We could the Wizards. Do you remember Wizards?
They did, but it was like so bad and poorly advertised,
executed, and so we didn't even know what was happening. But anyway, Zeed, Exceed, Zed, they could be it for us. This could be we follow them from their debut group. We could do this. Let's make a concerted effort.
What we should find a group that like debuted the same time we did, and like.
Oh, that's too many. That was 4 years ago. So many.
Yeah, but I mean, like right in October or whatever. Like, find one. See. It would just be curious. I'm curious to know.
RM BTS is this thing coming out on the 2nd. Also on the 2nd, poorly planned by her company. Yeon from Lovelyz has a comeback coming.
Ouch. I mean, RM's album, like, it's so full of
I feel like if I was out here and seeing like, oh, RM from BTS has this huge collab album coming out on December 2nd, I'd be like, no, I'm not gonna come back that day. That seems like a dumb idea. That just
it's wild to see some of the names of the people, like Erykah Badu, that he's collaborating with Erykah Badu, and I'm like, that's amazing. And then you see all the kids who are like, who's that? And I'm like, oh, babies.
Yikes. Oh, my sweet summer child. Oh, I can't. You know what? I was about to make a snarky comment, but I'm a choose life. I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Yeah. So
okay, I'm gonna keep it to myself, but I'm sure you can all imagine.
Yep.
What I was gonna say. I like RM, so like, don't come for me. I'm not criticizing him in any way. I think he's great. So Yeon is coming back on December 2nd. So like, have a little bit of pity for her and listen to her music too.
Just love girl groups, only listen to girl groups.
Yeah.
So like,
listen,
it's
but
a nice, it's not like it's like MX coming back or something, right?
Like listen to both of them though. Like give her a little play, because I know Lovelyz isn't the highest in popularity of girl groups. So like, give her a little listen. So we got on December 6th, out of left field, man, we got a Shinhwa subunit.
Okay.
Doing a thing. So Shinhwa WDJ. Jesus Christ. Natalia, get it together.
Shinhwa, get it together. What would Jesus do?
Yeah, I'm not sure the two could be related. So they're having the Shinhwa subunit is coming back. It's okay. December 6th. December 9th, Wave V is having a comeback. They've, been sort of en silencioed for a while, but well, we'll see.
Who all is there.
I really like Wave V. I like their little sex jams.
Mm-hmm.
What can I say? They have a good time.
They do.
Mino on December 12th is having his first solo album. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. And then your New problematic faves, New Jeans, coming on December 9th. They're not problematic. Their
music is great, and they're cute.
I worry. I have like sort of a maternal situation with them that I feel like they're just too young, some of them, and I don't like it.
It also just feels like really, really soon for a comeback. But I guess ride that wave. Like,
I suppose
Hype Boy is so popular, you gotta bang something out there so you can keep riding.
This is my problem, Lucy. I have no problem with them. I think they look like very nice girls. But
and when their videos are very styled, like high school girls doing high school stuff, like
that's fine. We're cool with it. But
when they get when they're into the being jams, you're like, no, leave that for the grown girls.
No.
Yeah.
Take that crop top off and put on a longer shirt. No. I'm gonna be your mom right now, and I'm not here to body shame. I think that teenage girls can wear crop tops if they want to. All I'm saying is there's some creeps out there. Okay,
especially
That's all I'm gonna say about the matter. So don't come for me. I think that they're very talented, but I have problems. Okay, and then finally, NCT Dream has a comeback on the 19th. So they're of course talented, but could have stayed in the dress. Yeah, they could have, become not children. Just putting that out there. I'm not here for children. And these mofos here at the end, Super Junior, literally 10 minutes after I hit save on the PowerPoint and was like, I'm done. That's all I could find. It was like, Super Junior announces a Christmas album. And I'm like, you motherfucker. Of course you do. Of course you do.
I like though the look here of like basically you've got NCT Junior with Super Junior. Like it's a very cute, actual juniors with the very, very elderly
with the one foot in the grave crypt keeper group.
I'm joking. They're all younger than me, so whatever. Like
they're not younger than me. Hey yo, I'm the same age as some of them. I think I'm like the same age as. Now here's. Let's see. Super Junior ages. This is the fun game I like to play. Okay, so I am. I am the same age, almost exactly the same age, birthday-wise. We have a 6 days difference in our birthdays. With Riowook. So, Vocal King and myself. There's an EXO special album. Is it like a repackage, or is it like an actual, like they're actually doing new stuff?
Anybody?
I
did see somebody talking about EXO, but it was in the Hag chat, and those girls, like, the Hags can chat, so sometimes I just skip over. Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
Lucy, it's Riowook. It's Riowook. He's the same age as us. I always like having Super Junior in the bag, though, when people are like, "Oh, you're too old." I'm like, guess what? I'm not as old as Super Junior, so.
Listen,
still good,
I'm
baby.
Older than Shinhwa, so like,
still good, baby. No, I think it's dumb that I think it's dumb that people continuously these young whippersnippers. Okay, they come in here and they try to tell us we're too old to listen to music, and I'm like, my siblings in Christ, you're gonna be just as fucking old as us so soon, sooner than you realize. It's some SM Town thing. Oh, okay. So it's like
okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Maybe SM Town thing's doing something at the end of the year. Whatever. I'm not saying whatever because I don't care. I'm gonna listen to it. Obviously, it's big EXO fan. But this was what I found with my Googling yesterday while putting this together. So obviously I didn't get everything. I had a lot going on. I had a lot going on. Sundays are really, if there's a TBD track list, it ain't going in the PowerPoint. Okay. I need solid dates, solid information for this of wholly of PowerPoints.
I mean, there's all kinds of like dramas that are say like, they told us 2022, so it must be coming out this month. And you're like, but is it though?
Okay, Jisung's having a Christmas Eve. Okay. I missed it. Sorry. There's a lot of things, okay? Yeah. Yoon Jisung, Christmas Eve, come back. Hey, yo. Right in time for the holidays. And if you also listen to this podcast, I hate Christmas. So this is like, woo, great, a Christmas album. So excited. I respect exactly one Christmas song that's ever been made. And that's Christmas Evil by Stray Kids, because that song's a fucking banger. Okay. But besides that, I'm like, I get out of bah humbug.
Not me. Bullshit. Put all the jingle bells in. I'm not listening to it.
Ugh. Like I have like a Christmas tree, but I'm like lending it to my neighbor because I'm like, I don't want to put up a Christmas tree. And she was like, oh, like my kid wants a Christmas tree. I'm like, you can just fucking take my Christmas tree. Yeah. Just take it. So then I was like, honey, we're giving our neighbor, I won't say her name. I don't want to expose my neighbors here. We're giving our neighbor a Christmas tree for the year. And he was like, I know I don't like Christmas, but have I influenced you to not like Christmas? Like, do you secretly like Christmas, but now are like, don't want to tell me because you don't want to hurt my feelings? And I'm like,
no.
Bitch, I've hated Christmas longer than you. Nice try. Don't try to take my personality from me, honey. Absolutely not. I'm the number one Christmas hater. Oh, so okay, sorry. Yoon Ji-sung is having it coming out on the 5th, but it's called Christmas Eve.
Gotcha.
Very misleading with this information.
Well, he has to release it early enough so that you can enjoy it on Christmas Eve. So that I'm
just excited for December 1st for Miracles in December to once again shoot up to the top of the list like it does every year. EXO getting paid for their Christmas nonsense. I just hate Christmas music. Oh, blah. Anyway, except if you like Christmas music, I'm not going to judge you. Everyone's allowed to like new things. It's just, ugh. Anyway, that was it.
That's what's coming up. That's what we do.
Thank you for coming to our PowerPoint presentation. We'll be back on the end of the month of December with the New Year's PowerPoint. So we have a new episode that just dropped today of the podcast. If you haven't listened to it, it is on this YouTube channel. If you want to do that, go listen to it after you're done here. We love that for you. And as because we try to be, this is the YouTube law where we have to say, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hell yeah, Frankie. Hell yeah. There's dozens of us. Dozens. So our podcast was on what we were watching. So if you want some recommendations for shows to watch, you can go check that out. We'll be back, next week. Also, if you want to become a patron supporter for our podcast, less so for this live stream show, more for the podcast. The live streams, we just do them for fun. Yeah. But if you want to become a supporter, you can go to patreon.com/Noonas to join our certified found family. And also, if you do that within the next 24 hours, we're having our, over on our Discord, we have a special section for our patrons where we do a monthly movie night, which is what we're doing tomorrow night. So if you want to become a patron, you can do that and come join us at movie night tomorrow night. It's very fun. Anyway, we hope you have a great a great night and enjoy whatever you're up to. And we will see you next time.
Bye.